Sports pregame show.
Moments away at Little Caesars Arena. It'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, this is going to be a great test of their ability to match up against any style of opponent. The front office had that in mind when this roster was constructed. We'll see how it actually plays out tonight. Guys, in the past, shot blockers used to live in the paint. Now you think of a player like Anthony Davis who can smother you inside and out.
Man, I'm really thinking about this, Ernie. He can move his feet against pretty much anyone. He's tough to shoot over. An invaluable asset on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. Long arms. That's tough, Shaq.
And I'm glad it's him and not me. I could imagine chasing Kenny around the perimeter.
Oh, that would have been fun.
Tired.
Yeah. You chase me around the locker room sometime.
Yeah, you talk too much.
Hey, you know what? I had a question, too.
What's that?
This whole thing that we've talked about before, how many people are watching as opposed to how many people are not watching?
Oh, it's a lot of
So
people
here's the deal.
watching.
So if you're watching right now,
Okay.
raise your hand.
Okay.
Okay, people out there, raise your hand if you're watching.
Okay.
Now, if you're not watching, raise your hand. See?
You can't see the people.
Nobody's not watching.
You can't see the people not watching.
I rest my case, Counselor.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. Here's
The
Kevin
case
Harlan.
versus Ernie versus Kenny, Ernie wins.
Downtown Detroit shining brightly tonight. What a look at the Motor City from just across the river. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. You know, Chris, it seems like every year the NBA gets a little more athletic. Talk about how that aspect of the game has changed.
I was 6'9", and I played power forward and sometimes center. Kevin Durant is 6'11", and he plays the two guard. That's how the game is changing. It's no more big guys go to that end, little guys go to that end. Now you have to be a skilled basketball player. You have to be able to shoot, dribble, and pass at every position. The way of just the one-sided guy, that has gone out the game. That's a dinosaur, and I love it. You have to be more athletic, definitely, but the skill set. You got to make sure you can play basketball, and that way, no matter what size you are, 5'9" to 7 foot. You have to be equal in skill, and I love that.
Wow, I do too. And now the Lakers starting group. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. And it's Rondo in at the guard position. And for the Pistons, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Rose. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Now here's Rondo on the wing. Davis. Pass to Kuzma. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Puts up a 3, and there's Davis. That's good on the assist by James.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis, you got to respect his perimeter game.
And with Griffin, you look at his time on the Clippers, and for most of his career, he was more of a second in command.
Coach Casey said last year early on that Griffin is the leader of this team, and Blake took it upon himself to step up to the challenge. It makes sense no matter how you look at it. He's their best player and needs to be one of the leaders.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the bucket by the Pistons. No one covering.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
Jackson finds Drummond. That's tipped. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got his third basket of the night right there.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Now here's Brown, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And a different look here for the Pistons. Doomboy is checked in for Drummond. Luke Kennard comes in for Bruce Brown. Langston Galloway's checked in for Rose. And Tim Frazier's subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Griffin against McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one is good. 9 points for Blake Griffin.
It's not easy trying to stop Griffin. He's a fierce interior player. He doesn't back down from anyone. And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Now here's Cousins. Here's Daniels. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Frazier the pass to Doomboy.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Daniel. Back to Cook. Outside for Caldwell Pope. And there's another one for the Lakers. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge. Good anticipation on the feed. He knows exactly where to go with that ball.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Checked in for Detroit. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Bradley's checked in for Troy Daniels. 1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. Here is Cook. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. all sorts of time, and he gets the bucket. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Griffin. He's got 11. Here's Galloway, and he banks in the layup.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. Here's McGee. Again, Los Angeles.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be nice to have that combination of height and skill. You know you can get your shot off pretty much against anyone.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Galloway. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Poked away. Stolen by McGee. Over in the corner, Caldwell poke. It's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Doumbouya. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
It's all about the tail of the tape right there. His size advantage makes that jump shot easy pickings.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Pistons ahead, leading by just 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Bradley is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. And here's Kuzma, following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. James outside. Shot clock at 6. Rose against Bradley. And they pick up 2. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories had they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies. When Grant started his career off in Detroit, and see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? He got hurt his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
In for Avery Bradley. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Drummond working against Davis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
One of the most physical players in the league doing his job. Doesn't bother Drummond if he's got 3 guys on his back, 4 guys on his back, he's still going to score.
Andre Drummond, still a very potent scorer inside, Chris, but he's leveled off a bit with his production.
Yeah, Kevin, he'll get you about 15 or 16 a night, but I don't know if he'll ever be a 20-point per game type of scorer. He's working on his free throws, so he could get there. A lot of fans were hoping that he'd grow into more of a scorer, but it seems like he's best off as a complementary offensive piece.
Free throw good, Drummond.
And a major strength of this Pistons team in recent years has been their rebounding.
The whole team contributes, but a big part of that is Drummond. I mean, has only been emphasized more since Dwayne Casey has come in. A very tough team to deal with on the glass.
Now here is Davis. 5 points in the game.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Here's Rondo, and he converts the layup. Rondo's got 5 now.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
On its way from Rose for 2, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Lakers trail by 3. LeBron outside. The pass to Davis. Inside, Kuzma. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Kuzma's got his first 2 points.
Well, you see how comfortable Kuzma is from there. I mean, he knows he has the size and touch needed to be effective.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Case has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. And here is Brown, following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Here's Drummond, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, having to handle Drummond inside is a tough task, very tough. He's going to win the physical battle almost every time. Well, yeah, and Andre Drummond is the epitome and maybe the last of the traditional center. And with that said, it hasn't been easy to find a match for him in the post. But Blake Griffin might have changed all that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Morris. Doumbouya comes in for Brown. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Rose. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Frazier. On the free throw, no good. And Chris, as you said, Griffin and Drummond work well together.
Well, they do, Kevin. The two make up for each other's weaknesses and complement each other's strengths. I mean, Drummond has been playing with confidence, having some of the best games since Blake has come over in the trade.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Back to Galloway. Griffin trying to get open, and the jam by Doumbouya. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here is Cook. 5 points in the game. 1:09 left here in the second. Pass to McGee. Just 5 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. McGee's got his second bucket.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Galloway, and there's another one for the Pistons.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Here is Cook. He kicks it to Daniels. A Cousins, no one around him. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I love seeing Cousins shoot immediately off the pass. He's filling out the D well and capitalizing off the separation they gave.
Yep, it counts. Drummond's got it all tied up now for Detroit.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Knocks it loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. "15 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Caruso kicks to Daniels. Outside Bradley. Over Jackson. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, they're not matching up well defensively, giving up a lot of open looks, a lot of easy points. They're allowing a crazy high shooting percentage, 60% and up. Time to step it up quick.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back, Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Reggie Jackson out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Brown in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit right now. And James no good on that one. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
Here's Rondo after the made shot from Andre Drummond, and it goes down 2 points. LeBron's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles. Rose finds Jackson. They stand on it. Just 5 on the clock. And Detroit again with the bucket.
I mean, come on. Jackson is so effective from the mid-range area of the court. He sticks these shots all the time.
Brown against James. Loads it up for Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Great open look there. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And looking back, an underrated part of the DeRozan-Kawhi trade, the Raptors also getting Danny Green. Green, one of the better 3-and-D wings in the league, way more than a throw-in.
Different look here for the Pistons. Akers checked in for Drummond. Doumbouya comes in for Blake Griffin. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Brown. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Rose. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Bradley's checked in for Danny Green. Maker dishes to Jackson. Pass to Frazier from past the arc. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Frazier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. James, the pass to Bradley. To the inside, Kuzma drops in the layup for 2. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going pro at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league and it's a copycat game, and so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college.
I would agree. Now here's Frazier following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Frazier the pass to Griffin with the fadeaway. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got 3 assists in the game. LA's gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside. Here's Bradley, and he hits the jump shot. Bradley's got his 3rd basket of the night.
We often think of Bradley as a defender first. There, he reminds us of how talented he is offensively, too.
Frazier against Rondo. Frazier kicks to Kennard. Frazier the pass to Griffin. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Pistons. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. LeBron comes in for Avery Bradley. Green, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And it's Alex Caruso in for Rajon Rondo. That one is no good. Well, you look back at the title team for the Pistons. There were a lot of them. Chris, which team was your favorite?
Oh, man. Well, growing up in Detroit, I'd have to go back to the Bad Boys in 89, 90, just watching them get through Boston and then, dominate the Bulls of that time. They went back-to-back winning championships. That was incredible. And it was something special, though, about my boys in the 2014. She, Ben Wallace, Rip, those guys. That was fun to watch as well.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Doumbouya.
He can run hot or cold, but no doubt about which way he's running tonight. There's steam coming off of him.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
One thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Lakers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. That's good from Green. For the Pistons, Drummond's checked in for Griffin. Bruce Brown comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Rose in for Kennard. Quinn Cook's checked in for Los Angeles. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Detroit's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the 2nd half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
Brown against LeBron. Over Drummond. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. That's now 8 points for LeBron. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Lakers ahead, up by 2. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. So the Lakers 5 right now. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis and Cousins down low at the 4 and the 5. And it's Rondo in at the 1.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful when he gets around the rim.
Rondo against Rose. 11 feet away, and another basket for the Lakers.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Well, last season was a successful one for the Pistons. I mean, they made the playoffs as an 8 seed. They were counted out at times, but had a strong second half to make it back to the postseason.
Griffin's checked in for Detroit. Reggie Jackson comes in for Langston Galloway. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
That one goes in. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead. Detroit's gotten off 4 shots from 3-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
This is a big man doing some big work tonight. There's nothing they can do to slow Drummond down right now.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Yeah, Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times. His players appreciate the consistency.
Checked in for the Lakers. Here is Davis. Kuzma outside. Tipped away. Stolen by Rose. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
And whenever Drummond is racing down the floor at an alarming speed, getting ready to post up and pivot, the D has no shot.
Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Jackson against Rondo. To the middle. Here's Davis. Shoots over Griffin. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And you can sense that Rondo taking some pride in shredding the D with his passing. Has exceptional vision.
Throw good. Davis Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Both good from the line that time.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one every time.
Rondo against Jackson. And it's good for two. 9 points for Rajon Rondo.
And Rondo, as good as anybody with his hand, though, it's like that ball's on a string.
Pass to Griffin. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one on Davis. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Derrick Rose.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Griffin.
Love watching Griffin play the game. I mean, he has a lot of confidence in his abilities. He's terrific at staying aggressive.
James looking it over. Outside Rondo. Six on the shot clock. A deep three from Green. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 4 assists in the game. And the pass to Brown. Top of the key, Griffin. Here's Jackson. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
Oh, don't you love the shot by Jackson? He just takes smart shots in these points of the game.
Brown against LeBron. Outside, Davis over Drummond. Again, Los Angeles.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 3. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. At the elbow, Griffin shoots over Kuzma. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles leads cut down to just one on the bucket from Blake Griffin. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Trying to get open is Kuzma. And Griffin sends it back. We've got 1:18 left here in the fourth quarter. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Green, no good on that one. Pistons trailed by 3. Brown finds Jackson. Griffin against Kuzma. Griffin draws the double. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 on the clock. It's deflected and stolen by LeBron. Loads it up for Davis. Count it.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now here's Griffin. Griffin draws the double. And the rejection by LeBron.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist. You better check your rear view when you're driving to the hole.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And it's blocked.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical, more to redirect shots.
And the shot goes in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. Just a total team effort. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
LeBron outside. And so the Lakers take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotion. That's all we ask. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.